Hey guys, Ken here from Backpacking Light, and today I'm going to talk about the Osprey Talon. Now, this is a kind of a budget backpack, mid-weight, kind of lightweight, mid-weight. This one here is the 44 liter, and everything complete, it comes in at about 1.43 kilos. You can take off the top and you get it down to about 1.3 kilos. And a budget backpack comes in at under 200 euros. I think we have them at about 170 euros, if not cheaper. And it's a full featured backpack with a very nice frame. And I'll just show the outside of it right now. You can see it has this nice adjustable frame. So it comes in two sizes. You have the small and then you have the medium large. And basically it's built to fit everybody because this has a Velcro back panel that you can adjust. Right now I have it on the fully extended and it fits me nicely, and I'm 190 centimeters tall. And you can see this back panel, you can get really close here. It's a nice breathable back panel, and like everything that Osprey does, it's very good frame, very good form. Your back breathes nicely when you have that on. Side pockets that you have both from up to down, and you also have where you can reach in on the sides here. So it's the same pocket with two entries so that you can put your bottle there, take it out while you're walking. It's got a nice stable hip belt, probably not the strongest, most stable hip belt that you can buy on a backpack, but certainly more stable than, for example, the Osprey Levity. This one you can carry 15 kilos on, and it's not going to gouge your hips. Front pocket here, also of this kind of stretch lycra material that you can fasten it there. It's got this top lock, which, like I said, you can easily take that off and that'll save you, and usually that's what I do because I'm not a huge fan of top locks. I kind of prefer the cinch top where I can just get in and out as quickly as possible. And this has a simple top cinch and webbing and buckle system to keep that in place. On the bottom here you see it has buckles here, and then you can put your sleeping pad or whatever else you want to put on the outside. And one feature I really like about this pack is you have bottom access as well, which is this big zipper. And that's pretty good. You can get to your sleeping bag a lot faster, as I normally have my sleeping bag at the very bottom. It's got a lot of features for what it is, and it sits like, you know, like all Osprey backpacks, it sits really well. If you look at something like the Osprey Levity, which is both lighter but also considerably less flexible. The Osprey, you have to kind of get it at the proper sizing correct from day one. With this one, just like the Osprey Aeon Pro, it's adjustable, so you get a lot of playroom there as far as being able to put it on, and the sizing is a lot easier than one where it's built at certain sizes. The Levity has the shoulder straps that are always in place, so you can't adjust the width on this, and the frame is kind of flimsy on the Levity. And one of my biggest issues with the Levity really is the hip belt. So if you want to upgrade a little bit on the overall fit, then I would definitely go with something like the Talon, which not as light, but certainly a better fit where you can really dial it into your body. You can also show here, this is the top closure, and it has a pocket up here and it has a pocket on the inside. The shoulder strap has this nice little mesh pocket that you can put a smaller phone in, or candies or whatever, but you can't put like a bigger water bottle. It's not a massive stretch on there. And the hip belts have two nice little pockets on them that are pretty good. I mean, they do what they're supposed to do. Now if we open this up, it's got that nice little cinch top here. And it's a proper 44 liters. You're not going to feel like it's a really small 44 liters. Quite the opposite. It's a big 44 liters. Really, the only my only real thoughts on this pack is with regards to these side pockets. They're certainly big enough to carry what you're going to need in them, but it's a really tight fit. So I mean, you can see that that's fully stretched. There's very little elasticity in that pocket, and so everything you're going to put in there is kind of a tight fit. So I wish that that's something that they would change, is make those a little stretchier so that you can really get in there without big issues. And you can see that. I'll go ahead and put that on and show. And that's really dialed in. That's such a nice fit on the Osprey backpacks. A proper thick cushioned hip belt. One size fits all there, so you shouldn't have a problem with getting that hip belt to fit around your waist. Nice breathable there. The only real problem I have here is the water bottle. So easy enough to get out, but getting back in is kind of hard because of these pockets are so tight. I think what you would, within the lightweight genre, it kind of fits in between the Levity and the Exos. The Exos being a little bit heavier than the Levity, but you still kind of got that little bit of weaker. Here we have the Exos, which is very similar to the Levity, but a little bit heavier materials. Kind of the same setup, very similar to the Levity actually. There are some differences. It's not as flimsy as the Levity, so this one weighs about 1.2 kilos, if I'm right. Yeah, 1.2 kilos. For the 58 liter, which is very good, and it sits very nicely if you get it dialed in just right. And the Talon is kind of the next step down, I guess, both in price and up in weight. Those often coincide with the lightweight segment. Is the heavier pack, the cheaper it is. But this one also has more features than the Levity and Exos. Like I said, it has the adjustable back, and it has the bottom entry, and it uses more robust materials. But certainly a great fitting pack, and you can't go wrong for the money. I think anyone who buys this and looking for kind of like their first entry pack, and they don't want to spend too much, but they want a great value, the entry pack here, the Talon from Osprey, is a fantastic first choice and can highly recommend it. So thanks guys. Cheers.